Everybody, and welcome to the Chair with James. I'm somewhere else. It feels good to do a video somewhere else, to be free and alone and away from problems. Uh, totally forgot. Yeah, there's games going on still throughout the COVID cases, throughout the limited fan support. We're at the midway point of the NFL season and do the Week 10 picks, but also just a little recap of Week 9. It started out Thursday with Green Bay defeating San Francisco as the Niners are just decimated with injuries. Green Bay won 34-17. In a close one where Jacksonville started a rookie quarterback, Minshew was out. Texans just hold on 27-25 in Florida. So Houston won. Another close game was the Giants holding on to beat Washington. That was also a surprisingly great ending. The Colts hosted the Ravens in Indianapolis, and the Ravens, after a slow start, just took over and won 24-10. The Lions went to Minnesota, and Dalvin Cook ran all over them. He's had a great last 2 weeks. The final was 34-20. I thought this game would be a little better, but it kind of showed up. The Bears went to Tennessee, and the Titans held on 24-17. Now, this one was really good. It was the Panthers and Chiefs, and you thought, well, McCaffrey probably won't do much because he's going to be very limited. But actually, he had a great game coming back, rushing and receiving. The Chiefs barely held on. Long field goal at the end. I think it was a 67-yard attempt. That was way to the right. But the Chiefs held on 33-31. That would have been probably the upset of the year when you think about it. But just too much Mahomes. Seattle went to Buffalo, and it did not look good. And Seattle lost 44-34. Buffalo looked tremendous. Josh Allen was awesome. The defense was awesome. The Seahawks, they just couldn't stop anyone, and the offense got going, but at the end, the Falcons almost blew another lead, and this time it would have been at home. But Denver falls short, 34-27. That was also a good ending there, especially. And another good ending was the Raiders coming to LA for their annual home game against the Chargers. Two last fades in the corner of the end zone did not go for the Chargers, and the Raiders held on 31-26. I was just nervous the whole time because I knew didn't score enough points, and defense was awful again for the Raiders. But unfortunately, the Chargers missed a field goal, and that's what happened. The Dolphins went to the Cardinals, and this one was cool. And you really know what you're going to get out of Tua, but you knew through Murray. But I was very disappointed fantasy-wise because of DeAndre Hopkins. He didn't do much at all. Like 6 points or whatever. And I was very disappointed in him. If, regardless of fantasy or anything, I thought the Cardinals would have won. But Hopkins didn't even show up. It was horrible. The Dolphins did enough, and they won 34-31. That makes the Dolphins 5-3 somehow. Just amazing what this week brought. This week 9 brought. The Steelers went to Dallas, and the Cowboys led pretty much the whole way until the fourth quarter, and then the Steelers took the lead and took the game 24-19. It was a real surprise, but then in the end, the better team won. And you got to give credit to the Cowboys starting the journeyman quarterback, Garrett, and really didn't know what you were going to get out of him. And he performed, but again, too much Micah Fitzpatrick beasting on defense. and that ended up being the result with Pittsburgh winning and maintaining their 8-0 record, which I think they've never been to start. Oh God, this Sunday night game I was looking forward to. Ordered food, and I was like, yeah, okay, cool. We're gonna get a really good one between Breeze and Brady. Same thing happened like week one, but worse. It was 31 to nothing Saints at the half. Final score ended up being 38-3. The Saints just mollywopped them. Defensively, picked Brady off 3 times. 3 times, I couldn't believe it. I guess Buccaneers are not ready for prime time, and they're not ready for a divisional championship. Nope, just not ready. And Monday night was a total surprise. I'm thinking, man, these two can't play well, but it ended up being a great game. The Patriots were facing the Jets in Jersey, and literally went back and forth, and it was a great game. I didn't think it was going to be, but the Patriots get the field goal at the end with Nick Folk, and New England wins 30-27. The Jets remain winless at 0-8. So that was week 9. Now halfway through the schedule, we go to the second half of the season, week 10. And starts tomorrow on Thursday Night Football with the Colts at the Titans. Now this one, is this the game that the Titans defense wakes up and really shows out for everyone to see in the country? I wonder. And I really wonder, against Phillip Rivers, can they get some picks? Can they get something going defensively? Because all year long defensively they've been awful. So to me, I think that's all going to happen. Because you look at the Colts last week, nothing went right for them offensively at all. So Titans look good too with their passing game and their running game. So I'm going to go with easily Tennessee with this one. Sunday action. First in the morning games or afternoon, wherever you may be. Houston goes to Cleveland. This one seems like a toss-up. Houston, they're just 2-6. They're trying to just stay above water and trying to not be one of the worst. The Browns coming off their bye without Odell Beckham Jr., of course. This is the game defensively where they need to play well and make sure Deshaun Watson does not get time and keep him in the pocket. This is where Myles Garrett has to shine. We'll see what happens. But I'll probably go with Cleveland, but don't be surprised if the theatrics of Deshaun Watson comes alive and he finds Brandon Cooks, he finds Darren Fells, Will Fuller. Don't be surprised. But I'm going to go with Cleveland. Washington goes to Detroit. Oh, yeah. Both lost last week, and both hard to figure out. It almost seems like a game that Detroit can give away at the end. You know what I mean? So, I'll give the slight edge to Detroit. But, if Washington's defense can step up and stop DeAndre Swift, and the thing with the Lions, too, and I'm looking this up, and I realize Kenny Galladay, he's been out for a little while, and Matthew Stafford had a concussion last week against Minnesota. This one's hard to choose, but Probably go Detroit. The Panthers host the Buccaneers. Now, it was very encouraging how the Panthers played last week. The opposite can be said for the Tampa Bay Bucks because that was just horrible on Sunday Night Football. Need some sugar. Don't be surprised if the Panthers pull off with the win, but you want to believe in Brady. You want to believe in what he can do. I might go. I mean, McCaffrey's not going to play, but you still have some great weapons for Teddy Bridgewater. But I think the Bucks would be so embarrassed what happened Sunday night that they come back this week and defeat the Panthers. So I'll go with Tampa. Philadelphia Eagles go to New Jersey to play the New York Giants. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, gosh. I'll go with Philadelphia, the toast of the NFC East, which is not anything to be proud of, but there's that playoff spot available and hosting a playoff game with Philadelphia. So I'll go with the Eagles. I think coming off of their bye, might get some players back. Foldham is a great receiver for him, but that's pretty much it. So Carson Wentz got to get going. The defense is pretty serviceable. The Giants, of course, without certain players, I think the Eagles win that one. The Packers host the Jaguars. The Packers should easily win by like 30, so I'll go with the Packers. I don't know if that rookie quarterback will start for Jacksonville or if Minshew will be playing, but I don't think it matters. I think this will be a day, hopefully, that if you're a Packer fan, you hope Rodgers gets the second half off or the fourth quarter off, I should say. You hope for that. Now we go to the afternoon slot of games in the West. And one on the East Coast, but or two in the East Coast, I should say. Three. The Bills go to the Cardinals. Now this one's intriguing because, you got one great defense and the other one isn't, with Buffalo being good. But both offenses look great. Both have a running game. Both have weapons receiving. The Bills out of nowhere. I mean, Josh Allen's putting up these great numbers, airing it out. Kyler Murray's doing it with his feet and airing it out too. But will the real DeAndre Hopkins, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. I don't know if he's getting doubled. I don't know what the case is. But against that Buffalo defense, I want to see how he comes out. And same with Stephon Diggs. I want to see how much he balls out against that Cardinal defense. This will be very intriguing. I can't wait for this. I'll go with the Bills to win in that one, but it hopefully will be close. The Chargers go to Miami, and Miami's hot right now. Tua, hey, he's doing the minimum, but the defense is doing so well for Miami. The Chargers, hey, they're putting up points, but they're finding ways to lose more and more. And their defense, without Bosa, without others, just not good right now. Now, usually I would go with the Chargers, but Miami seems to be the better team. So I'm going to go with Miami on that one. The Broncos make their first visit ever to Las Vegas to play the Raiders. If the Raider defense can be so much better, that would really help because Drew Lock likes to air it out. And he has Noah Fant. He has Jerry Jeudy, who finally had a great game in his rookie season. And he might have another one against the Raider defense. Lindsey can run the ball. Melvin Gordon. Don't be surprised if the Broncos upset the Raiders here. But hope Carr continues to motor on and throw great passes. I mean, he threw some great ones against the Chargers last week. Uh, I'll go with the Raiders slightly. The Seahawks go to LA to face the Rams. Now, this one should be interesting because um, Seahawks got Jamal Adams back. Rams, they have a serviceable defense as well. Maybe slightly better than the Seahawks right now. At least it showed because Seattle had a horrible day in Buffalo last week. Rams coming off of a bye. And then Carson is up in the air. Russell Wilson's gonna have to win the game by himself. He's gonna have to find DK Metcalf. He's gonna find. You hope this is a game Tyler Lockett can really show up and do work, but I don't know. Because it seems like he'll have one great game and then 3 or 4 ones that they don't target him much. I'll go with the. I'll go with the Rams on that one. The Bengals go to the Steelers. Now, Joe Burrow, being thorough, he's good. Surprising everybody, I think, with the Bengals, even though the record is what it is. He's out there just laying it fly and getting protection and doing a great job. But he hasn't faced the defense on the road like this against the Steelers. So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. But hopefully it's a shootout. Hopefully it's entertaining. But I think the experience with the defense gets it done. If you're the Steelers, you want to get the running game going more, and Juju Smith-Schuster, you want to get him going as well. The 49ers go to New Orleans. New Orleans stomped out Tampa, and I think they'll stomp out the 49ers in New Orleans easily. The only way, if somehow Nick Mullins can play a perfect game, but the defense would have to play a perfect game against Michael Thomas coming back and Jared Cook and Kamara, and I got the Saints easily. On Sunday Night Football, the Ravens go to the Patriots. Now, this used to be a great rivalry. Always would be on Sunday nights or Monday nights. This will not be a good game, probably. I'm going to go with the Ravens pretty handily. You saw the Patriots. They gave up 27 points on defense to the Jets. I can only imagine. I know how well prepared the Patriots are going to be with Belichick and whatnot. But the talent has to do the work on the field. So with that being said, I'd have to give the Ravens the edge in that game. Don't be surprised if this is a game that Lamar Jackson just balls out and does very well. They got to get their running game going too. If it's Jackson, it's Jackson, but the backups have to get going too. Edwards and Dobbins. For Monday Night Football for Week 10, the Vikings go to Chicago. This is another one where it's really tough because you're wondering who will show up, who will do better than the other person. When it comes down to it, it's quarterbacking. You got Kirk Cousins that just... I don't know. He doesn't really show up. Especially not this year. Nick Foles is kind of off. There's rumblings about Trubisky coming back. And can Cook run wild against that Bears defense that sometimes shows up? I don't know about this game at all. honestly. I hmm, yeah, I don't know. I'll probably go with the Vikings if they can get Thielen and Justin Jefferson going. He's probably the best rookie receiver coming out of this class. Hmm. Yeah, I'll go with the Vikings. So that's been my predictions and picks of Week 10. We also had a preview of Week 9. I'll check you guys out soon, and we'll have the Raider preview show as well coming up later in the week. I'm gonna make sure I get my news together and recap other stuff. So take care out there and like, subscribe, follow the Chair with James here on YouTube and wherever you see platform, social media platforms. Just look me up. So, all right. Take care, everybody. I'll see you soon. Later.